For once I'm not in the juniper forest but in the garden behind my house, and believe it or not, we're going to shoot a lily today. Hello and welcome back. Obviously this isn't your typical kind of video on landscape photography, but there are some rules that apply to any kind of photography really, and those rules are composition and lighting. For example, this video is an exercise in composition and lighting. You may have guessed that I put a telephoto lens on and I stepped a couple of feet away from those shrubs behind me to blur the background. I put a diffuser up to avoid harsh lighting and shadows. So yeah, lighting and composition is everywhere in photography and in filming. Well, I could just shoot from where I'm standing, but the trouble is that the background is very distracting and I don't want that in the final picture, so I need to find a more neutral background. So this is the view from the other side, and you can already see that the shrub behind the flower will make for an excellent background if we can just manage to blur it enough. And the question now becomes, do I shoot this in portrait mode or in landscape mode? So let's flip the camera. And you can already see it will become easier to use the shrub as a background if we shoot in portrait mode. And the trouble is, the flower is rather small in the picture. It's our subject after all, so we need to make it way bigger, like that. And that looks quite decent already. The background is blurred to oblivion, which is exactly what we need. And we now need to come up with a good crop. And I think I'd get these two into the shot. You can see that I intentionally leave the upper part of the picture as a negative space because the flower is pointed towards the top left corner and it's pleasing to the eye to give it some space there. And we must be careful not to include the third blossom here, so need to keep the crop like this because it just doesn't look very nice in my eye. So this will be about it. Problem is we got a bit of wind and we need to be careful not to include the third blossom. Okay, the camera is now up on the tripod and it's really high, and the reason is that I need some separation between the top and bottom blossom. And just as a bonus, I get more background from the shrub. So this is most definitely the crop I'm going to take. Now let's deal with the lighting. Okay, now that I've got the diffuser in place, you can see that there are no more harsh shadows, and I will now add a reflector to get some light back onto the blossom, but that light will be under my control. Everything went according to plan, but then the sun disappeared behind some clouds and wasn't seen again. But I had a plan B. Okay, let's see what we have. That looks very nice indeed. What's missing now is some droplets. Very nice. Let's try again with the polarizer on. Wow,